Hello and welcome back to some more videos. Today's video is, as you saw in the title, the Ink Demon versus the Fnaf 1 crew. That is kind of a nightmare, honestly. So, before we begin, please like and subscribe and check out some future videos that are coming up, like the ultimate guide on how to beat Fnaf 1 that I'm going to work on, and also Fnaf for Newcomers 2024 edition, which is coming up soon. So please check that out in the meantime. Anyways, let's start out with this video. Let me explain the rules. So we're only doing the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, so no FNAF 2, no FNAF 3, no other games, just FNAF 1, alright? If you want to see Bendy fight the other games, let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, let's start with the next thing. There'll be 3 rounds for each character. Each character will get 3 rounds, each of them with a different transformation or thing. And before we begin each round, I'll explain their strength, speed, intelligence, and other stuff. So yeah, let's start with the FNAF 1 crew and how their strength works and stuff. For round 1, we're just gonna do normal Freddy Fazbear, just a little simple Freddy. You know, classic old Freddy. You know, everyone loves him, right? Well, let's start with their strength. Honestly, we don't really know much about their strength. They're just kind of implied. They're stronger than humans and stuff, but not really. If I had to say, they're probably like wall level in strength. Like wall level in strength. So like, let's say if they had if we use power levels here, from say humans a 5, they're probably a 10 in strength and stuff. Speed wise, they're probably not too fast, as we all know and stuff, but they are pretty decently fast, I guess. But also, let's talk about their durability, which is their main factor of this fight. Obviously, they're made of metal, and they have an extra layer of skin and metal protecting them, outer layer and stuff, which will be very useful against the battle. Now, how fast these characters are is unknown. Like, Freddy Fazbear is probably can probably run 25 miles per hour or maybe 20 miles per hour. It's never really confirmed, but let's just say they can run 20 miles per hour, which is pretty decently fast, honestly. Now, honestly, they're not really intelligent, really. They're not really smart, so they're not going to have too much intelligence, so yeah. Anyways, for round 1, it's just going to be plain old Freddy. Round 2, we're going to add Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy into the fight, which, honestly, most of them are basically the same. Foxy's just a little faster, like 25 miles per hour, so that's pretty fast. Now, with all of this here, we can now see that they're, well, pretty decently. Now, 4 of these guys, now, that's a lot of characters, but that's just round 2. 3 will include Golden Freddy, who is actually whole different challenge and stuff. Because if you didn't know, Springlock suits are pretty strong. That's kind of like, it's like kind of somewhat confirmed that the Springlock suits are stronger than the Endo 1 suits. Not by a huge amount or anything, but you know, just by enough to like be stronger. Like say power level of 10, Endo 1, then like the Springlock suit's like a power level of 11, so they're very stronger. But that's not really the main thing about Golden Freddy. He may be slightly stronger, but he's also more magically, has more abilities like teleportation and all that stuff. So yeah, teleportation should be very useful in the battle, I think, anyways. So yeah, all three rounds should be pretty simple. Alright, now you know round 1 will be just Freddy, round 2 will be Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and round 3 would be Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy. Now, honestly, these strengths are pretty useful, I guess. Now, let's check on Bendy, the Ink Demon. Where to even start? Alright, let's just talk about his strengths, alright? Let's start with his strength. With how strong Bendy is. Now, the first instance of strength is when he fought the Projectionist in Bendy and the Ink Machine, where basically they just had a quick tussle and stuff. The battle was pretty intense and everything, but I'm not talking about the battle itself. I'm talking about what happens after you battle. That's right, I'm talking about what happens technically before the battle, but what happens after the battle. So yeah, after the battle, you get out of the thing, and you're gonna find something really cool. Bendy knocked down a solid metal door just to reach the Projectionist. Just punched it open like BAM! Now, how strong is this? I don't know. It's definitely strong. I can't tell exactly what the metal is made out of, obviously. I can't tell exactly all the details. But this is definitely at least slightly above wall level in strength. If I have to give this power level wise, I would say this is like a power level of 20 and everything. This is intensely strong and everything. But let's talk about his speed now. For speed, it's honestly hard to tell what his speed is, but it's at least around 15 miles per hour. Nothing too crazy exactly. And intelligence-wise, he's about as smart as an average human, really. Just like, nothing too crazy. About as smart as an average human, something simple, something understandable. About as smart as an average human, basically. But now, let's talk about his abilities, which that is where this really gets crazy. For abilities, let's talk about how his abilities work. We obviously know he has super strength. We obviously know other stuff. But we now have to talk about his craziest ability, his healing factor. In the books, we get to see that he does have a healing factor. Yes, there are Bendy and the Machine books, and they're pretty good. Basically, in the books, he can regrow limbs, as far as we can tell. So, yes, he can regrow limbs, which is very useful in battle and everything, and in the books, he also has the ability to become invisible whenever he wants. He could just become invisible whenever he wants. Just boom, I'm invisible now. He can teleport, though I think that only works in his world, which they're not battle setting is not going to be in his world. I forgot to say what the battle is going to be set into, but I'll explain that later. Anyways, yes, he can teleport. He can turn invisible. He can just do all this stuff, and it's pretty crazy. And that's just talking about, and this is just his base form. This is not talking about his transformations. Like, I guess it's time to talk about Bendy's first transformation, which is this little demon form we get to see in Dark Revival, which we don't know exactly how much stronger this form is than the last one, but it has to at least be slightly stronger. So let's say Bendy's base form is a power level of 20. Let's say this is a power level of 25, which is pretty strong, I have to say, and everything. And yes, now speed-wise, it's probably increased maybe a bit. I don't know exactly, but yes, this is all just bigger. He's just basically bigger, slightly stronger Bendy. Now, but this is not his only transformation. He has one other transformation, and that is Beast Bendy, the ultimate monster, which is definitely quite strong. This guy's standing at like 4 to 5 meters tall, huge sharp teeth. As you can see, he's a monster. He's like King Kong and shit. Obviously not as tall as King Kong, but still, this is his final form. This is the form that's doing the most damage. It basically gets all the same powers, except now he's just buff as hell. It's just ultra strong and everything. Now, how strong? Now, power level wise, I would say this is like a 50. Obviously, I can't really confirm that, but this is just the final form of everything. So yeah. Right. Now that we have all the levels we're gonna see and stuff like everything, let's start with the battle and stuff. The battle will commence in just a blank right room. All right, just imagine the black background right me is the final battle. There's no specialty areas. They're not going to be in a Fazbear. They're not going to be in a Joey Drew Studios. They're going to be in a white room. There's where they have basically all their abilities, but they have whatever they have. They can't bring anything. There's no special areas. They have only this area, all right? So now let's start with the area. Let us see how this battle commences. Let's start with round one. One is to start with normal Freddy Fazbear versus base level Ink Demon. And I'm going to say it right here. I think it's pretty obvious is when I was talking. I think we already know who's going to win this. It is going to be the Ink Demon. Now, obviously, Freddy Fazbear is going to put some punches in. And obviously, it's not going to be it's not going to be as simple as one punch. But no, this is not. Bendy's going to win this fight. I'm sorry to say it. This is just absolutely destroying everyone. This is just Bendy's gonna destroy. Now Freddy's gonna definitely take some punches, obviously, but that is not gonna matter too much. I'm sorry to say. But let's start with round two. Since Freddy lost round one, that means Freddy has to move on to his third round, which now he has 4 of his friends to help take down the Ink Demon. Still level 1 Ink Demon. He still has one. He has still on round 1. Let's see how this goes. I would say here, I could say that round Freddy would win this fight. Freddy in the game would win this fight. Base level Ink Demon his healing factor would definitely help, and his abilities would definitely help, but honestly, the durability of these guys would help them keep in the fight, and they're faster than him, so it would help in the fight as well. but now there's also 4 of them. So I'm gonna say it's not gonna be too easy. It's not gonna be easy, but this fight was definitely gonna. I'm gonna definitely say the fight is gonna be kind of beachy, I guess. I'm gonna say they would win. I'm gonna say at least most of them are gonna be destroyed in the battle. Maybe one of them standing, but I'm gonna say they're gonna win the fight. I'm gonna say it like that. All right. Now on to round 2 for Bendy. His new transformation. Let us see who would win this fight. I'm gonna say here, I think this fight is gonna go to Bendy. I'm sorry, but Bendy now is gonna. There was already a close fight now, but now Bendy has the edge to just win the fight and do it all. But this will still be a pretty close fight. I'm gonna say it. It's not gonna be easy for Bendy. It's not gonna be easy for anyone. But I would say Bendy would win this fight. Hands down, I'm gonna say Bendy would win this fight. But don't worry, we still have more rounds left. Now let's add to round 3. Round 3, we have Golden Freddy, who's now stronger and has more abilities than the rest of the gang, and now they're all working together. Now, who would win this fight? Our Fazbear gang or level 2 Bendy? I'ma say it here, the Fazbear gang's winning this. Golden Freddy is just now going to be a monster, and now they're going to finally win and take the dub for this fight. But they're not done yet. We have one. Bendy has one more round in him. Let's see how that would go. It's Beast Bendy, the strongest form we've ever seen of Bendy, versus the 5 main faces of Five Nights at Freddy's. This is the fight. This is the fight that happens. All right. Who would win this fight? This is gonna be kind of close, but I'm gonna say it right here. This is just me gonna go. I'm just gonna say it right here. East Bendy's winning this fight. I'm just gonna say it. The strength is now above these guys. He outmatches them in strength. He outmatches them in abilities. He out intelliges them. He's smarter than them, and now he's just gonna win this fight. It'll definitely be somewhat close, but Bendy's gonna win this fight. I'm sorry for the Fnaf fans. Don't worry, we have other Fnaf games I could go to. Maybe Bendy would lose in the other fights and everything. And also probably playtime. I want to see how that happens. But Bendy would win the battle. Now, it's definitely not gonna be an easy battle, but Bendy would eventually win the fight. I'm sorry to say it. So, Bendy won the final battle. Now, this was pretty close. You probably weren't expecting how close this got. Like, Bendy did lost the first 2 rounds and stuff and everything, and this was pretty close in some ways, in some regards. The FNAF gang's durability was huge in this fight. I'm gonna say it here. Their durability, just the layers of the protection they have, definitely help keep them into the fight. I'm gonna say it here. But they sadly lost against Bendy. But that's okay. We still haven't seen what Bendy would do if he was in the FNAF 2 games or the other games. Or what if Bendy fought the Poppy Playtime crew? How would that go? Or what if, I don't know, what if we fought, wait, the FNAF 1 characters fight Poppy Playtime? Who would you think would win there? There's so many fights I can do. And I also have upcoming videos like FNAF for Newcomers 2024 edition. So if you have someone who wants to be part of FNAF, but they don't know exactly what to do and what games they should play first or what videos they should look first, I will help them in this 2024 edition of the video. Alright, and I'm also going to do an ultimate guide to Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So please, like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Please, I thank you very much. Please, have a nice day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please, I thank you very much for all you've done for me. I thank you for all my subscribers. I thank you very much. I hope you all have a nice day. I'm so sorry that FNAF lost, but don't worry. There's other games to get through. We're gonna see how well this goes. So please, have a nice day. I like you all. You're all great. And yeah, goodbye, everyone.